Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite nurse, Nurse Peju. All right, let's go ahead and get started. If you're brand new to this channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. And our topic today is going to be navigating life. But before we get started, a little background on me. I've been a nurse now going on 2 decades. And even though I love caring for my people, I also enjoy teaching them more on things that they can do practically in their life to help enhance the quality of our lives. But today we're going to be focusing on those pillars. I know I talk about pillars all the time, every time I create a video, and I just wanted to give you a little background. And I was inspired by I went to the aquarium. Yes, I went to the aquarium and it was a lot of fun, but I was inspired and I really thought that this is something I needed to talk about today. So I went to the aquarium and I saw all these different species. I mean, creatures. I don't even know whether to call them fishes or what to call them. But, it just dawned on me that this is just all of us navigating life. And we're all different. But despite the fact that we're all different, we're all the same. What do I mean? We're different. Like, look at the fish, look like the octopus, look at the starfish. They're all in the same space. But they all have to figure out a way to survive and a way to reproduce, so that way they keep coming on and their life is not extinct. And they have to eat, they have to feed, one way or the other. But they do it very distinctly differently. So, for instance, the octopus, did you know the octopus had like 3 hearts? And his nerves are literally two-thirds of his body. And it can adapt, it can camouflage, and it can change to any situation. And even the ink that it releases sometimes is poisonous to itself. So, and he can literally squeeze his way out of any space or situation. Now, let's talk about a fish. That one creates electricity to shock its prey. And then when it flies out of the water, the electricity is warmer. Is more intense. And it can pretty much swim its way. And when they're born, it looks like an angel air pastor. That's how skinny it does. But it can grow up to 30 pounds and over 6 feet, and it just keeps getting longer. So, just kind of, appreciating these different qualities and types of life. And again, they're also still in the aquatic space. They're all in water, right? And they still have to survive, and they still keep doing their thing. They keep surviving despite all the circumstances and the obstacles. And just the same way about us too, humans, we have to navigate this big life. This is our own ocean. And again, we just have to understand that we're all different. An octopus cannot start saying, I don't want to be an octopus, I'm going to start behaving like an eel. It's going to die. Because it's not going to be able to create the the electricity like that does. And if the eel wants to say, oh no, I'm going to start adapting and mimicking like an octopus and changing its skin, how the octopus does, guess what? It's just going to kill itself. And even if it doesn't kill itself, it's going to kill itself out of frustration, because it's trying to be what it was not created to be. So, let's focus down. What were we created to be? We're humans, and we have all been created with our strengths and our limitations. And it's important that we actually acknowledge it and celebrate it. And that is why we're all so different. We're all so different, but yet so similar, because we have the same needs. And when I talk about these pillars, we all have a pillar for healthcare. We need to focus, depending on who you're listening to or what book, they're all, everybody has different pillars that they focus on. But again, I'm not Peju, so I'm much more interested in your well-being as a whole. So I focus on your physical, your psychological, your emotional, and your spiritual well-being. That's what I just choose to focus on. However, there are other 2 pillars that I think we all need to take a look at, which is our social and our economical pillars. I'm not going to go into details into those ones. But when it's all said and done, if you don't have your physical health right, and if you don't have your mental health right, then we really don't have a whole lot. Because if you have all the money, all the stuff, and you can't even enjoy it, then what is it? I am not going to say one pillar is better than the other. I think they all, have their purpose, and we all need to focus on each and every one of it. So really what I'm saying is that I just want to encourage all of us in the difficulty, the buzzing of the everyday life, to focus and just calm down and pretty much be intentional with every area of our pillars. Yes. So my question for you today is that if you were to look at your physical pillar and you don't change anything, 5 years from now, will you be satisfied with your physical state, your physical being, your state of being, your mental well-being? If you don't change anything in your behavior and your habits, 5 years from now again, will you be satisfied? 10 years from now, will you still have your sanity, is my question. Now, your spiritual well-being, because I believe a lot. I mean, I don't need to tell you that, but I am one that believes that there's a higher being. Now, let's look at our spiritual well-being. If you don't nourish it, if you don't grow it, anything you don't nourish or invest in, it's just gonna wither away. That's just life. If it's your muscle, if you don't take care of your body, again, the same thing is gonna happen. So remember, all our pillars are important. And I'm Nurse Peju. I only focus on the general well-being, and that's why I focus on those 4 pillars. However, your economical and your social pillars are very important. I don't talk about the social pillars mainly because it focuses a lot on your relationships, and I don't consider myself an expert in that area. But that doesn't mean that I don't know the basics. Anything we don't take care of, we don't nourish, or we don't invest in, it's just going to be what it is. And whatever it becomes, then it becomes. It's just that simple. And the same also goes with our economical well-being. Under that, I think that covers our finances, our business plans, our wealth plans, our career plans, whatever it is. Whatever it is we're doing, we have to be very intentional to be productive members of the society. However we choose to do that, that is our choice. And going back to the aquarium now, we all have different strengths and abilities, and it's important that we take the time and the moments to just sit down and focus and be still. Just be still and think about this. What are my strengths? What are my limitations? And another challenge, I only have one challenge for you this week. And the challenge is, make a list of all the pillars. And in every pillar, just write down one thing. If you're doing very well, then write down that thing you're doing very well in, the thing that bothers you the most. Just one thing. And look at all your pillars, and you can share in the comment section, the comment areas, that one pillar that you're very proud of, or that one pillar that you really want to you really want to focus on. And, nobody's judging anybody here. We're all in this together, and our goal on this channel is to continue to find simple, practical ways to enhance the quality of our lives. Again, I'm Nurse Peju, and I am much more interested in our physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional well-being because I'm Nurse Peju, and that is what is important to me, and that is what I've been studying pretty much for almost the last 2 decades. And so that's what I'm going to focus on because that's what I understand. But I will encourage you for your social and your economical, you actually do invest and be intentional. That is all I'm asking. But, I think I've covered all the pillars so far, and I'm very happy I was able to share better details about these pillars. And as always, I really hope you stay smiling because that's the goal. Life is going to be difficult, life is going to come with its challenges, but it's all a process. And we just need to kind of get ourselves ready for the storm. The storm is going to come. The seasons are going to change, period. None of us have control over it. However, if we focus on taking care of ourselves better, we'll be able to deal with it better. So that's where I'm going to leave us today. Until next time, it's your favorite nurse, Nurse Peju. Be sure to subscribe and share. Thank you.